Welcome to Tales Across Worlds, where stories come alive. Today, we delve into the heart-wrenching myth of a musician whose love defied death itself, only to be shattered by a single moment of doubt. This is Orpheus and Eurydice.
In ancient Thrace, the musician Orpheus, son of the muse Calliope, possessed a celestial gift. His lyre could command nature itself. Trees bent to listen, rivers paused mid-flow, and wild beasts grew calm at his touch. His music was the harmony of the cosmos, a wellspring of peace and beauty that captivated all who heard it. He was a man of divine sound, and his joy radiated across the land.
Orpheus found his perfect counterpart in the beautiful nymph Eurydice. Their spirits merged instantly, creating a legendary love, a perfect, quiet rhythm. They married, and their days were idyllic, but one fateful day, while walking through a sun-dappled meadow, a venomous serpent struck from the hidden grass. The swift, cruel bite silenced Eurydice forever. Her life was stolen in an instant, leaving Orpheus in a sudden, cold vacuum of silence.
Eurydice's death shattered Orpheus. His musical gift, once all-powerful, was powerless against death itself. Plunged into despair, he carried the silent weight of his grief. Yet his heart refused to accept this finality. There was only one impossible path left: to descend into the dreaded underworld, the kingdom of Hades, and reclaim his beloved from the realm of shadows.
Standing at the entrance to the underworld, Orpheus faced the realm of eternal darkness. But as he played his mournful, pleading lyre, the impossible happened. The three-headed Cerberus whimpered and bowed. Charon, the ancient ferryman of the Styx, forgot his sacred duty and guided the living poet across the black waters. Orpheus stepped into the silent, shadowed kingdom of the dead, driven by love alone.
Charon, the ancient, stern ferryman, refused to carry the living, but Orpheus raised his lyre and began to play a song that spoke of absolute loss. The melody was not commanding, it was pure, unbearable sorrow. Charon's eyes glistened. His duty and his ancient rules dissolved. The old boatman took pity on the grief-stricken mortal and, against all law, gently rowed Orpheus across the dark, silent waters into the heart of Hades' domain.
Deeper into the abyss, Orpheus faced the final guardian, the monstrous Cerberus. The dog's three heads snarled, ready to tear the living man apart. Orpheus played his lyre, not a battle hymn, but a lullaby of heartbreaking peace. The monstrous beast, which knew only rage, felt a sudden, heavy slumber descend. The three heads drooped, and Cerberus sank to the ground, allowing Orpheus safe passage through the final barrier and onward to the throne.
As Orpheus continued his song before the dark court, his melody traveled deep into the fields of eternal punishment. Sisyphus, condemned forever to roll his boulder uphill, paused, the stone frozen in place. Tantalus, driven mad by thirst and hunger, stood motionless, his endless craving forgotten. Even the Furies, whose hearts were stone, wept. For a single, timeless moment, all suffering in the underworld ceased.
silenced by the power of human grief.
Orpheus approached the throne of King Hades and Queen Persephone. He finished his song, and a profound silence fell. Hades, cold as the palace stones, finally spoke. "Mortal, your music is without equal. I grant your plea." The king of the dead offered a single chance. Eurydice may return to the light, but she must follow behind you, and you must not look back, not until you both stand fully under the sun. This impossible command was a test of absolute faith, a simple, terrifying burden for a man consumed by love and doubt.
Orpheus immediately agreed, fear mingled with elation. He turned and began the long, winding climb. Eurydice was behind him, a shadow following his footsteps. He hoped. He could not hear her footsteps, nor feel her presence in the heavy darkness. He heard only the echoes of his own breathing and the desperate racing of his heart. The journey became a torment of anxiety. Was she still there? He fought the crippling urge to turn, knowing that one glance would destroy everything.
Finally, the path steepened towards the exit. A brilliant beam of sunlight pierced the gloom, warming Orpheus's face. He was in the light. He took his final step, doubt consuming him in that instant. Was she in the light? Just as he cleared the threshold, he spun around to see. Eurydice was there, just a step behind, still in shadow. Their eyes met, but in that moment the rule was broken. With a final faint cry, her form dissolved, pulled back irrevocably into the realm of the dead.
Orpheus returned alone. His quest had failed, his grief eternal. The lyre that once sang of joy now poured forth an endless lament for the love lost in one fatal moment of doubt. He rejected all company, wandering in solitude along the river banks and through the wild forests of Thrace. There, during the frenzied rites of Dionysus, a group of Thracian women, driven mad by his rejection and consumed by their fury, fell upon him and tore him apart.
The soul of Orpheus, after his tragic death, descended once more into Hades' dark realm, following the path of his beloved Eurydice. But this time there were no warnings to deter him, no rigid refusal from the ferryman Charon. The hero's soul found the path he deserved, heading straight for Elysium. Elysium, the paradise within the underworld, reserved for heroes and righteous souls. It was a place where eternal spring reigned, where flowers and green foliage thrived, and where pain and sorrow simply ceased to exist. The gentle murmur of golden rivers flowed, and souls found their everlasting rest beneath the peaceful trees. And at last Orpheus found her there, Eurydice. The woman he had mourned and sought his entire life on earth was turning to face him. Unlike the shadow he'd glimpsed at the threshold of the underworld, her form was whole and radiant with life. No longer did the harsh warnings of the gods hold power. There was no cruel whisper of fate commanding him not to look back, and no darkness to restrain the hands he reached out to her. Orpheus released all his grief and sorrow and rushed to her. The two souls embraced in the eternal spring of Elysium, never to part again. His broken lyre lay silent by the riverbank, but Orpheus had no need for it now. His song had finally found its eternal rest in love.
Orpheus lost everything to a single glance. His faith crumbled in one fatal moment, and love slipped through his fingers into the abyss. But some heroes don't look back. Some don't doubt. They charge forward into the darkness, into the teeth of monsters. Next time, a warrior, a beast, a hall drenched in blood. Beowulf is coming, and he fights with his bare hands.